Man, I'm telling you, here I'm planning the next few weeks of the show, and it's like, all right, baseball's ending. Here comes football. Man, it's already training camps for basketball and hockey, and then they're off and running, and then it never ends. Like you said, it's one right after another, and I get fired up here. And you guys, of course, got to feel it in the area. There's a little extra basketball swell in Cleveland here coming up this offseason anyway, with everything that happened for the Cavs. So, there's that feel good in general, and you guys, like I said, a month out from kicking things off, but the people will get their first look at you guys. When is your first public scrimmage? It's a few days before Halloween, right?
Yes, a week before Halloween. No, exactly. It's maybe about 5 days before Halloween, and we're going to do it on that weekend, the 25th. I think it is. Let me make sure, because I want the audience out there to know.
Yeah, I think I've got it.
It's the 25th, and it's called Hollow Hoops. And
there it is. Yep.
And kids can come out. They can get candy. They can dress up, all kinds of things, and there'll be activities going on. And then we'll follow that up with 2 scrimmages, one by the women and ourselves. And then they get to see basketball, and then they get autographs from the players.
That's a good thing there. Family friendly. Yeah, Hello Hoops. I've got it right here. October 25th. It's a Saturday there, and that'll be 2 weeks before you guys start the season. And that's kind of like in lieu now. It's the family friendly version of the old Midnight Madness. I was saying that at the beginning of the show. I said, man, I don't even think teams are. I don't know if they're allowed to do that anymore. I don't know if that changed. Remember, that was the thing.
They still have Midnight Madness, and on that first week of the 18th, you'll see a lot of teams doing that. But what we tried to do is connect this with Halloween, because I know a lot of kids don't want to do certain things, but this way they got a nice, comfortable environment to come in, watch basketball, get candy, enjoy themselves, play games, and then go home ready to go.
All right. Sounds good. That's a couple weeks from now. You guys are rolling, though. You've got your nose down to it, Coach, getting these guys ready for another CSU hoop season. I'd love to catch up with you right around the beginning of the season after you've gotten a chance to really get your hands on these guys and see what you're working with and really look ahead to the beginning of the season for you guys.
Well, I'm looking forward to the same thing, and you and I must get together on this because I'll know where we're at by that time. Now, we also got something else going on. If you want to just mention this Saturday, we are at Cuyahoga Heights High School, and there's a Nike clinic going on, one of the biggest clinics in the country. And, I mean, you got people like Roy Williams, Tom Izzo, Bobby Knight, all speaking at this clinic. And it goes both Friday, the 10th and the 11th and the 12th, because we even got our own here speaking, high school coach Eric Flannery, who won the state title at St. Ed's. He's also speaking on Sunday. But on Saturday, when everyone speaks at 2:45 for about 2.5 hours, we have been elected to be the team that comes in and run a practice. So all the coaches and everybody can see. So if anybody want to come out, it starts at 2:45. They get to see Cleveland State practice and everything else go on, and at that time.
Wow, that's cool. So, and is that like a youth camp as well? So that exposes you guys to a lot of.
No, it's not. It's a clinic. It's a coaches clinic. All the coaches around the state will be at this clinic to watch the college coaches play. I mean, watch the college coaches present at this clinic. But at the same time, we'll be able to present a practice for them, so they get to see that. And they elect a team every year to do so. Like last year, they had Dayton and Akron did it one year, and Xavier did it another year. Now, this year, they chose Cleveland State.
Just a little bit more exposure for you guys, a chance to get that program out there. That's fantastic this weekend as well. Coach Waters, I'll tell you, I'm excited, man. I wish you guys were just dropping the ball already, man. We got to wait another month here before you guys get things going.
I'm excited. You're excited. All Cleveland's excited.
Absolutely. Hoops everywhere. It's going to be a fun winter for the Cavs, for the Vikings, for basketball here in Northeast Ohio.
You're exactly right, and we got to keep in touch. I'll keep you aware and abreast of what we're doing. At the same time, you get a hold of me, and we'll get this thing going.
Absolutely. Hey, I'll leave the same weekly time slot open for you. You can come on anytime you want, Coach. Absolutely, we'll work it out, and we'll catch up right before the start of the season. See if you guys are primed and ready to go.
Okay. Well, hey, it's been great talking with you, Jerry.
Absolutely.
And you enjoy yourself.
You too, Coach Waters. Get back to getting those boys back to the grindstone, and we'll catch up in a few weeks. Good luck, Coach.
Okay, take care.
You too. Thank you so much. CSU Vikings men's basketball head coach Gary Waters. Always a fantastic interview. I love sitting down and talking hoops with him. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that. He's not on the line right now. So just in case you guys think I'm just kissing his rear end here, one of my favorite things I ever got to participate in was sitting down before the draft a couple of years ago and just talking basketball. Not necessarily any particular game or team. We were just talking hoops before the draft 2 years ago. I loved it, man. I'll tell you. A walking education as well as a good time. Coach Waters, though, a great man. I was joking at the beginning of the show about my son. That's one of the people you do entrust your children to make sure that they don't make you pull the last 3 hairs out of your head and that they turn into some good people, because that's one thing Coach Waters does. He produces good basketball teams, but more than that, better people. And he's just one of my favorite people on the planet. Thanks to Coach Waters. Thanks to the CSU Vikings for joining us here on the show. And I'll catch up with Coach here a few weeks from now. We'll get a season tip-off preview right before they get things going. We're going to take a break. We'll get you the news. When we come back, we're going to open the phone lines. I've got a few minutes before Dan Wismar joins us. 216-539-7535, the number to call. 216-539-7535. We'll hit you up with a couple of news stories of the day. I'll talk about some things that are going on. We'll get ready for Dan Wismar, top of the hour, and so much more. Don't go anywhere. That all comes next. But first, the news here on the Sports Fix.
For recreation, each rhyme's a dissertation. You wanna know my occupation? I get paid to rock the nation. I go to work. I go to work.
And now, a very special announcement from the Sports Fix.
Black bears weigh between 200 and 500 pounds. Brown bears weigh between 300 and over 1,000 pounds. Black bears run away from you. Brown bears run at you. When attacked by a bear, simply lie still on the ground and cover your face and head with your hands. When the bear is finished batting you around and mauling you, contact the U.S. Forest Service.
And that was a message from the Sports Fix.
Hey, this is Scott Fujita, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Business owners and professionals, do you want to take your business, your product, your team, your event to the next level? You want to advertise right here with the Sports Fix. Our listeners are among the most loyal listeners, terrestrial or internet. The Sports Fix universe is not only the radio show, but tens of thousands of fans on Facebook and Twitter. Email me, Jerry Myers, thesportsfix@AOL.com. That's thesportsfix@AOL.com. And let me help you swing for the fences and hit it out of the park right here on the Sports Fix.
Sports Fix listeners, do you tweet? So do we. So tweet with us 24/7 at the Sports Fix CLE.
Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your automotive car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. They're open late Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and open early Saturday so you can check it off your to-do list and get on with your day. They also have a newly remodeled service lounge and additional service bay just for Quick Lane oil changes. Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck is located at 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 Bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 Bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck. That's QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
Portions of the Sports Fix brought to you by Signs and Ship, the official printing source of the Sports Fix. Locations in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Florida. Find out more at signsandship.com.
News break. Good morning, I'm Bob Picozzi. He has led the National League in ERA in each of the last 4 years, but it will be another long winter for Clayton Kershaw. A dramatic 3-run seventh-inning homer by Matt Adams off the two-time Cy Young Award winner gave the Cardinals a 3-2 win over the Dodgers last night and a 3-1 game victory in their National League Division Series.
I think we're just coming out and being aggressive. You know, we know that he's coming after us with his best stuff, whether it's the slider, the fastball, or curveball, you know, and we just get him in the zone and take good swings off of him.
Kershaw also lost Game 1 and and he has lost 4 straight postseason starts, all of the Cardinals. St. Louis advances to the League Championship Series and will beat San Francisco, who beat Washington 3-2 to win that series in 4 games. Winning run scoring on an Aaron Barrett wild pitch in the 7th. Ryan Vogelsong and 4 Giants relievers combining in a 4-hitter. NFL owners unanimously approved this morning the sale of the Buffalo Bills to Buffalo Sabres owners Terry and Kim Pagula. Only remaining step in the process, the actual purchase transition. The Los Angeles Kings begin defense of their Stanley Cup tonight. They host San Jose on opening night of the National Hockey League, one of 4 games on the schedule.
There's nothing worse than trudging to the store for overpriced razors. So don't do it. Join DollarShaveClub.com and get great razors delivered right to your door for a few bucks a month. That's DollarShaveClub.com. Now, back to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix live across the Sports Fix radio network. Thanks again to the CSU Vikings and the men's basketball head coach, Gary Waters, my main man over there at CSU. I'm telling you, he better stick around here long enough for my, and he is. He's here for a while. I don't have any ulterior knowledge there when I say that, but he just better stick around long enough to straighten little Jerry out, because I got to get him to Coach Waters and then go, okay, you take care of him, hand him back to me after you mold him. But and I mean that. I do mean that, you guys. Like, I always want to make sure, because, and I guess I'm more conscious about impressions and knowing that sometimes people just say things because people pay them to say it, people sponsor them to say it, people have to say it because of business relationships. But just know that when I say things like that, and I think you guys know that, if I say it, I mean it. And if I mean it, I say it. I don't just I don't pitch the company line. Coach Waters is the man, and I'm not even talking about I'm the basketball coach. So thanks again to you guys for joining us, and thanks to Coach and CSU for being with us here. Phone lines are open. I see some calls coming in. 216-539-7535. We'll do a little shorter segment here. Then Dan Wismar is going to join us from the Cleveland Fan. Looking forward to talking to him. We'll talk about the baseball playoffs as Jeff Gorman was wrong. Wrong, Jeff Gorman. The price is wrong. We'll talk about the Final Four here, heading towards the Worlds and heading into their off week. Browns and Steelers week with Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan. Some other stuff in the news. You guys heard the Buffalo Bills sale went through there. Turned out to be the Pagulas, the owners of the Sabres, now owning the Bills as well, and they insist that team is 100% Buffalo, staying in Buffalo, and Buffalo excited about their new owner there. So we'll see. Interesting to see some of the things in the news today, looking at the NFL. That's the good news. I saw Adrian Peterson. I wanted to bring this up really quick. I'm not going to go crazy. I told you guys yesterday, kind of briefly, when they were talking about the not guilty plea, some of the stories coming out around him. Remember, we talked, we do this all the time, but with the Ray Rice stuff a few weeks back, I said, man, I don't understand how people don't realize, like, if one little thing comes out about you and starts that ball, it's like a snowball rolling downhill. Once people in today's era, I can't believe that they keep other things hidden, because it never fails. How many times you never really saw this back in the day, but in today's 24/7 news cycle and how much people dig for that next story, nowadays you hardly ever hear about something big like Ray Rice or Adrian Peterson, one of those bigger name guys, where there's not 2, 3, 4 follow-up stories of other stuff, because the media just goes looking and they find those old police reports that nobody paid attention to from 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, an off season, and all of a sudden these things come to light. My point is, nothing can really not come to light today. It may take a while for some things, but it all eventually comes to light. Now all the additional allegations that have come out against him, that he was misusing finances from his charitable fund, the All Day Foundation, one of which was that he used the company credit card to pay for a party. And if you remember, that was the one that turned out to where he was accused of sexual assault.